Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
Next vehicle we're going to be doing is a Model Y Tesla 2023. We're going to be upgrading all the speakers using adapters and all new speakers as well that will bolt right in. We're going to be changing out the sub speakers, adding sound dampening, doing a hardwired radar detector, and changing out some of the USBs. This is going to be a lot of videos and processes of each one. So we'll kind of make a video for each part and then make a full-length video of everything. All right, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Man, the bass on this and the mid bass is incredible on this song. I mean, it is rocking this thing. I mean, the bass is so strong in this, like you can feel it all the way underneath your seat. Whatever sub is in this stock, it's picking it up good. And then mid bass right down here, the 6.5s are doing their job. I mean, stock, this thing sounds really good. I'm gonna tell you right now, this stock system in this and the Teslas, man, hands down one of the best for being stock. Oh my God. Yeah, the bass in this is really good. Oh, besides it stopped. Oh, there we go. I wish you guys could feel this through the phone. It sounds really good. Here's all the components that we're going to be putting into this vehicle today. These are the 6.5-inch Alpine Type X speakers. The model number is a DP-653. These are extremely nice. They are 3D printed on the sides of here so you can mount, and already got the harnesses wired right in, so they become plug and play. These are a carbon fiber type cone. Type X's have always been known for the carbon fiber and the butyl rubber surrounds, which is really nice. It's been that way for 15-20 years. We also have 3 of the 3-inch. I don't know why they give you this extra grill on top. That's random, just on one. 2 tweeters, subwoofer mount, harness, tape, and then you'll get your pry tool, and then your right angle, and then your hardware. There's also a sub as well. I'll show you some video and pictures of the sub that we're going to be doing this as well. Comes with a new Alpine sub as well. But I can tell you, this stuff is a huge upgrade from what you're going to get with the stock stuff. So we'll put this stuff right next to the stock stuff and show you exactly what each component looks like, comparable to the aftermarket Alpine, comparable to the stock speaker itself. This is the door panel we're going to be working on this 2023 Tesla Model Y. There are 3 screws. Screw underneath this little cap right here, which we'll take off and show you the screw underneath it. There's also a screw right here, right inside of here. And then there is another screw right here in this top screw hole right here. We'll show you what each screw looks like when we pull it out of these 3 locations right here. Got this out right here. This is the back side right here. Usually I'll use a plastic pry tool to be able to get this stuff out, but the plastic pry tool would not get it out. So we were really super careful with the flat part of our flat blade, and we just got underneath there very carefully and picked it up. You do not want to mar the plastic or anything else and destroy it. And then right inside there is our Torx. And this is a T30. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this as well. Boy, it's in there tight, super tight. Here's this bolt when you remove it. It's actually pretty long that goes through there. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people say bad things about Tesla gaps and things like that, but I can tell you almost all the Teslas I've worked on, everything has been very, very good quality. I very rarely ever see any bad quality stuff come out of Tesla. I know a lot of people are gonna fight with me on that, but you know what? I've worked on a lot of Teslas and I've had zero issues. So we're gonna go ahead and do this next one right here. This one is a T30 as well. Almost look like the exact same bolt as the other one. I'm gonna put that down here, and it actually is the exact same one. Last one we're going to take out is going to be right here in this hole right here. It's another T30 right here. Here's the last bolt, which we'll put it right down in there. And now we're ready to remove the door panel. What we're gonna take and we're gonna start prying on the sides. You can use plastic pry tool, or you can use a pry tool, whichever you prefer, and we'll start pulling all the way around and get this to come off. We got everything pulled back. Easiest way is we got into here with our plastic pry tool. I'll show you. So we got in here with our plastic pry tool and then pulled out. And that got all these snapped loose. And what we're going to do is we're gonna take this speaker, this tweeter pod right here off first. So we popped the grill off. So here's what the back of that looks like. That was not easy to get off. But in all reality, we need to get this whole piece off right here. So when we pulled up on the door panel, this will kind of come up with it as well. So this will kind of come up with the whole entire door panel. So when we pulled up like this, it'll come up with the door panel. We got this off, is you pull up and it will pull out, and then we need to unplug this right here. So you basically pull out of these two clips right here with these plastic pieces, and then this bottom piece right here will need to come right out. It's like a BMW clip. You just pull that out. And then we are left with trying to remove that piece. I'm not gonna unplug this. I'm not quite sure why Tesla did this. Might be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life, but there's no way to unplug this. You will need to unplug it from here, then it stretches up to here, and we've got one harness here, one harness here, one harness here. I'd have to unplug this whole entire harness off of everything off this door panel, and then remove this to be able to get, why did you not just put a click part here, anything? So I pulled this off the push pin here. I'm just gonna set it aside so we can just unscrew the speaker and put the new speaker in. Terribly sorry, I don't like doing things like this, but I'm not gonna sit here and take apart the whole door panel just to unplug this harness when we're just doing 4 screws. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take off all the T30s, which it looks like 1, 2, it looks like there's 4. Yeah, there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this factory speaker and then unplug this plug right here. And then that way we can go ahead and put in the new speaker, and we'll take this out right now. Go ahead and use the drill for this. Well, I'm sorry, I thought these were 30s, but I guess they're not 30s. So these are 25 T25s, just so you guys know. I'm gonna take all 4 of these out. So there are 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then on the 4th one, it is a, like, I believe an 8 or a 10 millimeter. Super weird. Don't know why they did this. This is really awkward. Okay, so this one right here is an 8 millimeter. And this is the 8 millimeter that comes out. Only one. Very weird. Just to let you guys know, it is a different thread pitch. So that 8 millimeter is gonna have to go back in that bottom corner where the other 3 go in the same. See, they're all the same thread pitch, and then this one's different. There's the speaker removed now. Man, that's a big old magnet. Better watch out, boys. We be killing the game here. I think it's a Neo magnet, but man, that's what you get for it does sound good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does sound good, but there is not much depth right there. If you can see, that's not much depth right there. So hopefully these will fit in there with no problem. But this has got a very large, like, besides this magnet, it's probably about 2 inches, I'd say. So hopefully these new ones will just fit right in there with no issues. Here is your stock speaker, which is a lot larger diameter, which is kind of weird. It's almost like a 7-inch. I'll measure that to a 6.5. I was correct. It's about 7 inches. So 7 inches on this one, and this one's probably a 6.5. Yep, and that's 6.5 inch outer diameter. So it's really a 6-inch, an actual 6-inch speaker, not even quite 6 inch. Whereas this one from rubber to rubber is around 7 inches, and outside diameter is about 7.5, 7.75. So just remember that. Here's the back. Boom, look at that magnet. And then here is the back of this. Like night and day difference when you look at both of these. For reference, this speaker weighs 3 times as much as this one does. Not that that's always a great thing, because Neo can be a lot better than you know, old school magnets, but this speaker is 3 times less as heavy as this. So this thing is 3 times the weight, which it is heavy. But hopefully it will outsound and outperform this. And then the plug-in is right here just to plug it in like factory. Also, carbon fiber, butyl rubber, foam, paper. Big difference. So it does have a foam gasket around it, which is really nice. And it is gonna mount like this, where the 2 smaller feet down here at the bottom mount at the bottom, and this mount at the top, and then the harness is on the top as well. That's how it's gonna mount back in here, just like that. Speaker is mounted. You got your Torx T25s here and here, and then your 8mm here. And then we're gonna go ahead and plug this in just like factory. I mean, whoever designed these and made these and 3D printed these did a wonderful, wonderful job. Now, I don't know why they did them out of blue versus black. Black would be a little more inconspicuous behind this, but I do like the blue. I just, you know, it just looks weird, but maybe blue is cheaper than black when you print these. My only complaint would be, do you see how thin this is? This is probably 1/8 inch from there to there. It's 1/8 inch all the way around. When I build these myself, especially on a speaker of this weight, I will build them out of 1/4 inch, so there is no rigid, there's no give. So when you push on this, it can move. And I want it to be as stout and as powerful as possible to produce the most amount of mid bass. So when I build these out of 1/4 inch, it's extremely structurally sound. So there is no give, there is no wiggle, it can't move this way. This feels good because when they 3D printed this all the way back through here, this part right here is thick, but this thin part right here is the ledge all the way around. Once this seals up, it should be good because all of it should basically, the impact should be right here on the outside edge here, not on this edge. But hopefully this will hold the test of time depending on what this material is made out of. But if I can feel the bass coming through here, that's going to be a problem because this isn't thick enough. And if this becomes a problem where it starts warping or moving or vibrating, you're going to have an issue with the mid bass not being as good either. So I'll turn this on and kind of see what it sounds like without the door panel on. So I just played this, and this is producing only lower frequency mid bass, no higher frequency mid bass, nothing vocal, nothing partial vocal. It is producing strictly like a mid bass driver in a Corvette, something along those lines, CTSV, Corvette. This is like their 10-inch mid bass driver. That's all this thing is doing, is producing mid bass. It is not producing vocal. It is not even producing partial vocal. It is just strictly bass and mid bass as far as it can get down on the frequency range. I don't feel anything vibrating here. I don't feel any leakage here. So hopefully going from an 8-inch, 7-inch woofer, but an 8-inch outside, down to a 6-inch doesn't lose mid bass. Now, I've had problems on Broncos, Jeeps, things like that, where we change out the mid bass driver like this thinking we're gonna get more vocal, and it's set up to be the same thing as this, and I lose the mid bass. So I'm hoping that this works, but we'll see how this goes. I'm not too confident this is gonna make a huge difference. I think the top speakers will, but this, not sure.
Subwoofer.